I think we're a go. Test 1 2. We got an excellent connection here, and I think we're a go, gents. We're going to give it a moment here.
All right. So when I'm writing on this, I don't know what to write. I don't have any lines here.
So you may have to make your own lines. I don't know what to tell you there.
You got a ruler?
Yeah. I do not have a ruler, so figure it out. As
what about a square?
I don't have a square or a ruler or
Compass
anything
ruler.
you can use to...
Yeah, where's your square and
I
compass?
don't have any of that around because I'm not
Sounds like a
an
problem.
architect.
You don't have to be an architect.
That's right.
I know plenty of masons that have those.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're laying brick. Welcome to the Barrel Buddies.
Welcome to the Barrel Buddies.
We're getting some people rolling in here.
Barrel Buddies time!
Barrel Buddies.
I'm Mr. Bojangles.
He's not Bojangles. I mean, I guess you could start going by Bojangles, but that's kind of weird, right?
It's a little weird. All right, I'm BJ. What's up?
I'm James.
I'm Zach.
And together, with our powers combined, we are the Barrel Buddies.
Pre-gaming. Don't go into the song because I don't know the song, and you guys kind of take it over and start
Barrel
singing.
Buddies getting into trouble. Barrel Buddies.
Better pour double.
Barrel
Buddies.
Buddies.
And it's, yeah,
That's as far as we've gotten. I think it's
All right.
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the
All
hook.
right. That's it.
Barrel Buddies.
See?
Getting in trouble. Barrel Buddies. Better pour double. Barrel.
Buddies. Barrel.
Buddies.
Okay.
That was pretty awesome.
All right, we got a special show for you tonight. Well, we say that every show.
We do, because it's special every time.
Every show is
Because
special.
we're all hanging out. We got you guys. We got us guys.
We got you guys.
And we're back to our regularly scheduled Thursday night programming.
But for a short period of time, we're going to discuss that a little later tonight. I think that we are going to have to... We can't compete with Thursday night football.
Yeah, that's a big
That's
one.
the
problem.
That's the problem. And we had a great showing on Saturday during the live show.
We had a good time on Saturday. We might just have to
Yeah.
switch it up to Saturdays.
Kind of sucks for us, but you know, if we're doing other stuff like hashtag life, real life. But
Hey, you can take a break. from
This is hashtag
real
life. Hashtag permanent.
Yeah, hashtag whiskey life.
so we got some.
Pre-gaming. What is this again?
We have some amazing Buffalo Trace products for you guys today. We have two very light offerings. We're not going to go too down the rabbit hole of...
I think these are not light offerings. These are big effing deals.
Yeah, I mean, from a Buffalo Trace perspective, you got to remember, they have like
From a Buffalo
10
Trace, these are light offerings. But from a normal whiskey cabinet, these are kind of big deals.
Okay, what do we got? Why don't you explain, go through the stats?
Well,
maybe
I'm
read
gonna
a little
let
story.
since this got pulled out of the annals of Zach's anal.
Oh, yes. The anal of my annals. So we have Eagle Rare by Buffalo Trace Distillery. This is a 10-year bourbon. Very tasty. Let's see. What else should I say about this one?
Why don't you read like what's
It's Eagle
going on in the
and
back?
it's rare.
Life, liberty, and
Yeah.
the pursuit of happiness, the cornerstones of the birth of the birth of a nation, epitomized by the American bald eagle. See that? He's right there. That's
Can
the
you
Eagle
imagine
Rare.
taking that in the Freedom Funnel?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I think we're gonna have to do a little Freedom Funnel Eagle Rare,
Oh,
eagle to eagle action.
I'd do it.
and then
Why not?
a classic, an American classic, out of the annals of Mr. James over here. We've got Weller
Special Reserve.
the green bottle.
You guys said it at the same time. Did you
Jinx.
Jinx. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So Weller was born in Kentucky in the year 1825. After serving with the Louisville Brigade in the 1840s, Weller returned to Louisville to open his wholesale liquor business, and he's reported to have used the slogan, "Honest whiskey at an honest price." His wheated recipe bourbon had a softer, smoother taste that became very popular. Pappy Van Winkle eventually merged Weller's namesake company with the Stitzel Distillery to form the Stitzel Weller Distillery. This delicate bourbon with hints of caramel and honey honors one of America's first whiskey pioneers.
So I was kind of reading down the Eagle Rare description. Eagle Rare 10-year Old Kentucky Straight Bourbon has a sweet and oaky nose, full and complex body, reminiscent of a fine port wine. This rare whiskey is best served neat, not mixed with a Coke or anything weird like that, or over ice.
Well,
Yeah.
Eagle Rare, I think, is one of those entry-level Buffalo Trace products that has a little bit of hype, because it's Eagle Rare. We talk about on the show things being readily available. It's available, I would say, 70% of the time. So, like, if you go into the store, you go into your local liquor store, you're going to be able to find Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare is one of those bottles where they probably limit it to one per person.
Yeah.
But I think the going price right now, at least here on the West Coast, is $30.
Wow.
No. 40.
Okay,
30, about
35 to 40.
Yeah.
35 to 40.
So we're looking at $40. And Weller, if you can get it when it's allocated, you're looking at $29, $30.
Yeah.
$30.
Special reserve, $39.99.
You can never find
All right.
Weller, though.
No, it's
You know?
tough.
I mean, it's
It's
just
tough. Yeah,
well,
it's
like James
tough.
was saying, like it's
Tough.
the whiskey hype. People see it and they buy it. They don't even know what they're buying sometimes.
Right.
Even if it says, and a lot of the time it's because you see that limit one,
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
tag, and everyone goes, oh, it's got to be good. I don't know what the hell it is.
I'm only allowed to have one. Well, it must be good.
Yeah.
Not true. I've seen some Jefferson and some 1792 that is...
That's usually sits on the shelf.
Yeah, but it's always limit one, and I'm going to tell you, that's not... I don't think that the hype is real.
I mean,
on
a
that.
couple years ago, Weller would be a dusty on the shelf and no one touched it. But with the hype,
The whiskey
Sure.
hype.
the bourbon
man.
hype, whiskey hype train
Yeah.
that's choo-chooing
Yeah.
these past 2 to 5 years,
Yeah.
People are going bananas when, what's funny too, and, kind of jumping topics here a little bit, but you look at, the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. So for those that, since we're
BTAC.
talking BTAC, we're talking Buffalo Trace Distillery. They have, once a year in the fall, Christmas time, they release...
Ripcord.
Ah!
Let's hear that pop. Hold on, he's going to pop this... Oh, it was
A
respectable.
little light.
It was
Little
light. It was
light.
good, though.
Little
It was
popper.
good. But back to BTAC. So the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection is a line of, is it like 6 or 7 of their like top tier
Oh, for the
bourbons
antiques?
for the
Yeah.
antique collection that they release on a yearly basis. And MSRP for those is like $100 a bottle. Good luck ever finding those ever again in our lifetimes at $100 a bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
Because secondary, the lowest one is probably George T. Stagg. It's $500.
Yeah.
So,
I-
in the
yeah.
secondary
Yeah.
market.
Secondary. 250, 260, and if you can get it on the shelf, right? And that's in
No.
a good spot.
They're all $99.99. They're $100.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what's crazy about it.
There's just so little of them. I mean, like how many?
There's so
how
few,
many,
but
how many of each come out like per year?
Hey,
I mean, they all come out in the fall, right?
yeah, I don't know the exact
Listen,
number.
I'm looking to trade about half of a bottle of Lone Whisker. So anybody that's interested, I got about half a bottle of
Yeah,
Lone Whisker.
I pulled that out of a box today, and I was like, ooh.
It's not our favorite, but it might be yours.
Yeah,
So,
no, there's people that love it. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
We just have different
It's
tastes.
just not ours. Where do you want to start
Different
tonight?
strokes
Weller or
for
Eagle
different
Rare?
folks.
You
I-
want to step up? You want to step down?
we got to start with Eagle Rare if you guys
Okay.
can start the pouring.
Okay, pour it out there.
For those that are just joining us, we're doing Buffalo Trace. Welcome. We're doing Eagle Rare and Weller tonight.
So both about $40 a bottle. Both are Buffalo Trace products.
Yep.
Mash bill?
Ooh, we got to look that up because I'd like to get the exact mash bill. So the Weller's a weeder, so we know it's going to be
It's a weeder.
yeah. But let me get the
And this isn't the first time that we've had Weller on the show. You can go
No.
back. We've drank Weller, but it's going to be the first time that we're putting it up against our customized scoring sheet.
yes.
So we're going to give it a real score, not just our personalized. We feel good about this score, but we're going to
Yeah.
give it a real score tonight.
I'm really glad that we're doing that now because it really gives it, it gives you give it some thought when it comes to price, when it comes to taste, when it comes to nose, because all those things can be, they can all be factors, whether
Yeah.
you like a whiskey or you don't. Or bourbon, sorry.
So Eagle Rare is Buffalo Trace's mash bill number 1, which says it's considered by many to be 10% or less rye. So assuming the mash contains the typical 5% malted barley, the remaining 85% is corn. And the yield, as expected, is a very sweet profile.
This one's a 10-year. We also make, so the Antique Collection has the 17-year.
And this is 90 proof?
90 proof.
Yeah.
45%.
Dude, Eagle Rare 17 is fucking magical. So,
Yeah?
Sorry, pardon my French there. But
I was wondering.
so
I was like,
one of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collections is Eagle Rare 17 year. So this is going to be Eagle Rare stepped up. I hope one of these days we could do a comparison. I have never even had the opportunity, and these guys know me being bourbon hunter extraordinaire. I've never even had a chance at getting an Eagle Rare 17. But
yeah, I mean, where would you find that? Just it'd have to be somewhere
you
like
gotta
El
get lucky.
Cerrito.
I mean, I don't want to.
El Cerrito,
Yeah.
Mr. K's.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't.
Chinaman.
Yep.
I don't want to pay secondary. That's the thing. Like, I've done a really good job with not paying secondary with my hunting over the past few years, and I don't want to get to that point where, and I don't recommend any of you out there. Like, no, in my honest opinion, there is no bourbon or whiskey out there that's worth a secondary price. Like, don't pay $1,200 for an Eagle Rare secondary. That's asinine.
God,
Yeah.
$1,200?
And that's
Yeah.
really just to have it on the shelf to say, hey,
Yeah, I
check
mean,
out my,
what a-
check out
it's-
my tater.
It's
here.
bragging
Tater.
rights.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of these people that are paying that price are going to even open it?
Yeah.
None.
No, I think they just get it.
Oh,
to
I'm
put
saving
all
it for a
together.
special occasion. And you all know us. We talked about this on like the first or second show. Bourbon's all about sharing. Whiskey's all about sharing.
Yes.
We're about sharing.
Yeah.
If all of you people that were joining us today were live and we could toss you a pour of this, we absolutely would. That's what we're all about on the show. And it's unfortunate that there's all those taters and dusties and people out there that just buy to flex, as they say.
Dusty taters.
Dusty
You know,
taters.
and I'm digging myself a hole because there's such a large part of the community that's like, fuck you, man. My shelf has got all these awesome... And I'm like, yeah, and it looks like not one of those foils is broken.
Yeah,
and
no
you've
offense.
never
I
enjoyed
drink to
any of it.
enjoy.
Yes.
This is not. I'm not a serial killer. I'm not looking to collect little trophies.
It's not there to look at. It's there to drink.
And it's about experiences, I think of this. Like, I get a super expensive bottle, and the first thing I think about is either sharing it with these guys, sharing it with my dad, sharing it with a close family member, sharing it with a close friend. Like,
Yep.
I don't think about, like, oh man, I just got to put it on the shelf so when my boss comes over, he sees that Eagle Rare and the
Look how
top shelf.
cool
God.
I am.
Got on my industrial piping bar and backlit backdrop. It looks
My
so
industrial
cool.
piping dick.
Oh my
Is that the
All
way
right,
you-
we
is
actually
it-
have
wait,
quite a few people in here now, so I need to stop ranting.
Is that the way you talk when your boss comes over?
Yeah,
Because
you,
Probably.
you grunted out like that?
No, it's just an example of like secondary.
Hey,
like,
man,
the secondary
I'm
market.
really cool.
The secondary market
your
just
voice gets so low.
drives me up a wall. Like, it's so sad. It's sad because think about it. There are so many people that miss out on stuff, and we talk about bottle Nazi, which I'm not going to get into right now, but we talk about like one per person because there are people that will go out there and wait at a store and throw $100 to that clerk at your local liquor store so they know when the deliveries come. They get there at 6 o'clock in the morning and they fucking buy every single bottle.
Yeah.
And then they flip them on some private Facebook group where send payment, don't explain what it is because it's all illegal, or call it an empty collectible. And it's ridiculous. And
Can we get into the aroma?
yeah, okay, I'm sorry, guys. It's really just,
Let's get
I'm
into
very
the aroma of
passionate.
this. So now that it's
this.
sat and the
Eagle
ethanol-
Rare. So we just poured Eagle Rare. We had quite a few people join us. So Eagle Rare, it's a 10-year blend on a Buffalo Trace, 90 proof,
Kentucky straight bourbon.
Kentucky straight bourbon. I'm hoping for a nice Kentucky hug. 45% ABV. It's readily available. You can go to your liquor store. You can probably find this. Maybe not. It's kind of, I would say it's
Eagle Rare.
low to medium rare to find. Eagle Rare, maybe
Yeah.
that's why they called it that.
Well,
Right.
Eagle Rare is kind of it's kind of hit and miss. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's-
some days there's a bunch, and then you'll have a dry spell.
Yeah, you might go months without seeing it.
But we're going to tell you today what we think about it. I'm going to be honest with you. I had Eagle Rare a long time ago. I haven't had it since, a couple years ago.
This is actually one of my favorite
God, that
Buffalo
smells
Traces.
super sweet.
One of my very
Yeah,
favorites.
really sweet, really caramely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
Almost
like a
caramel macchiato.
I'm
very-
kind of
very
salivating there.
toffee. Very
Toffee, yeah, I'll give you that.
So like
yeah.
you got like a.
What's that
like a
toffee chocolate bar? What's that toffee?
Heath bar,
I get
yeah.
a lot
It's
of
like
Heath bar.
almond roca.
Heath bar and almond roca. Eagle Rare is what we're drinking, folks.
And the so the heat, the ethanol kind of gives it kind of a mentholyptus, like it kind of.
What's up, big guys? Going, dude? Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing
Open
that you
it
have
up.
to fight through. It's really something.
No,
that
that's
you really want to
that's a
smell.
really good point because even with 45%, I don't smell any ethanol. I can keep my nose in this all day long, and it's really good. All right, cheers. Let's drink this.
There we
gents.
go.
Cheers, friends. I hope you're all drinking with us. By the way, if you have some Eagle Rare, pour, taste, and we'll share it together. Here we go. As you all know,
Oh yeah,
we do the 3 taste
The
system.
first one.
it gets you.
First one's a. Yeah,
Damn!
yeah, first one's a fighter.
That punched me.
First one's a
Gets ya.
fighter.
Woo!
Wow.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if that was good or bad.
I'm gonna say that's good.
That was an ethanol punch
It's
to my
bold.
face.
It's bold, but you get the sweetness. It's a sweet, bold.
It's a
give ya.
sweet punch, but
90 proof, man.
that was.
Ooh.
But what's strange is I didn't get the Kentucky hug.
I don't have the Kentucky hug.
I don't get that
It just-
warm chest. I
It
get that
blasted me
warm
in the face.
Anyway, so we do the 3 taste rule here. We don't judge until we have 3 tastes because the first one is always the shock to your system.
Hot.
The second one, it's developing in your palate, and that third one is where you're getting the true taste
Yeah.
of what it should be. Your mouth is coated with its forefathers, and it's ready to take it in.
Big goodness.
Big in goodness.
It's essence. It's true essence.
It's true essence.
really releases
Yeah.
in your mouth.
The essence of the bourbon.
All right, here goes number 2. Here we go. So back on the nose after that first taste.
And you should take the nose every time, guys.
Yeah, so
keep coming back to the nose.
So I don't know. I'm getting a lot of citrus, like orange.
Orange peel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys like.
that fresh orange peel. Like when you peel an orange, you see the orange
Yep.
oils spray
Like a little-
into the air. Like
It's
that.
the
yeah.
spray. I'm getting a little orange spray.
Little orange spritz.
Yeah, would you like a spritz?
You getting a little orange spritz?
What's
No, but I
spritz
like
do?
it. That's good. It's good.
It's,
Here we
it's
go.
very good. And some vanilla.
Okay, yeah, I get the vanilla too.
Okay, number 2 wasn't as bad as a bite there. A lot of hit. Didn't hit me as hard.
No. But that orange peel, that citrus peel, that bitter.
I think that
coming
is
through.
starting to reflect in the flavor. So I'm
Yeah.
getting a lot of that citrus,
Yeah, it's moving. Moving
Yeah.
from toffee.
spice to citrus spice flavor.
Yeah,
It's
moving
good.
moving from toffee to more of the orange rind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You get that kind of bitter, sweet orange rind.
Starting to
yeah.
get a little bit of oak on the end. On the
Little,
very
little,
back.
little,
Little
tinge of
tanniny.
oak, little tannin, little biff tannins.
Biff tannins.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, it seems like a real easy drinker.
Easy drinker. Yeah, no, that punch is gone.
I see why.
The punch is gone.
Yeah.
It's really easy to drink.
All right, here we go. Number 3, folks. Cheers out there.
I think I'm on like number 5.
The punch for me comes back in number 3.
I get a little
breathe the
I get a
ethanol
little
out.
baby Kentucky hug. I get a little warmth in my chest. I get a little heat.
See, I don't get the heat. I don't get the heat
I
on
get
the
a
inside.
tiny bubbles.
Yeah, I'm still getting a lot of orange rind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get-
it's all very very citrusy.
It's
now.
not as sweet as I thought it was going to be, but it is. Yeah, you get that bitter orange rind. I think that's the oak, right? You're getting a lot of the oak barrel from that respiration.
Yep.
Um,
Barrel
you said
Lamaze.
10 years, right? 10 years.
10 years.
10 years of coming in and out of that oak, right? In
Suck
and
it
out.
in.
So you got to
suck
remember,
it out.
so this juice, as we call it, has been sitting in a barrel for 10 years, and over the
MGP.
seasons, as it gets cold, as it gets
Yeah.
warm, it pulls in and out of that liquid of those barrel staves.
You
that
say it's less than 10% rye?
Yeah, it said that on
That's
the little thing I was
interesting.
reading.
The mash
You're getting
bill.
rye spice.
getting-
Because I get
Spicy?
that rye spice. It's actually pretty prevalent.
Just
Not like prevalent that I would think it's a rye, but it's there. You got some rye action going.
so going to the chat here, Mrs. Askin says, "I'm requesting a sample. Send one, please."
Wow.
So we'll talk after the show.
Absolutely. I'm sure we can make something happen.
Well,
That's
see-
interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
we have
interested.
some samples out there.
Well, I'm interested that that's a request. It's not in her flavor profile.
It's a very
Oh.
special request. Yeah.
So
Not in her
let's do
flavor
it.
profile.
again, I'm getting I'm not getting vanilla. I'm not getting caramel.
No.
I'm not getting that type of sweet.
No.
I'm getting citrus, sweet, and spice.
It's like it develops.
Very different. Yeah,
It
it's
develops
very
from-
different from what we normally drink.
Yeah.
So this to me is cool because it's starting to become fall time.
Yep.
I'm starting to get in that kind of holiday mood, and this to me is a very good fall time, easing into the holiday mood feels. I like the citrusy,
You hit the nail on the head.
right? It's like
Fall,
citrusy fall,
little spice, but don't get
does
us
feel
wrong.
like
Don't
it's
get us
not
wrong
over the
here.
head. It's
This
not
is
over the
not
top.
over the top spice. Like
No,
this is
no.
not. We've had some stuff where like Garrison Brothers. You want to talk about spice, where it's just like
Hot.
punch you in the face with
Yeah.
spice. This is not like that. It's very,
No.
very subtle.
Well,
It's very approachable, I think, by any palate.
And the spice is on the back of the tongue, too. It's kind of weird for me.
The spice
Okay.
is nutmeggy. I agree with that. It's like a nutmeg. It's that bitter spice.
Yeah.
It's not a sweet spice. It's like a bitter spice.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's very. I almost say floral. I know that's kind of maybe it might be off-putting.
I see where you're going.
Maybe star anise, maybe?
Yeah,
Little anise,
definitely.
maybe?
Yeah,
Not fennel, because it is that dried. You got that dry.
you definitely have the dry. You dry, but I can see why, as an everyday drinker, for the price point, $40, we'll say MSRP. It's very approachable. I thought this was very easy drinking. I thought it had a good complexity. It wasn't mind blowing. It didn't
Yeah.
give me some amazing
Yeah.
Kentucky hug. I didn't get like, oh my god, this is so good. But it's good.
Yeah.
I
It's
get
good.
that.
It's good, guys.
I'm ready
like
to
get
pour
Smeagol
another.
Rare. Yeah, like
I'm not going to because we got Weller to go.
yeah,
to,
we're
but-
going right into Weller. But
So you'll pour it after you do the well.
so here's the thing:
How many?
you get some friends over at your house. You get some friends over at your house.
over there. Oh, wait, what?
Shut the fuck up.
So sorry.
Sorry,
Listen,
we're
you
sorry. I know you're trying to talk. We're just acting drunk. Continue.
You get a couple people over at your house, go buy a bottle of this, share it. None of you will be disappointed. And here's the thing: you have somebody in that group or a few of you that, we need it on the rocks. I'm sure this would taste great on the rocks.
Absolutely.
I don't have any ice because I just moved into a new place here. I don't have any ice right now.
Actually, it says it on
Sorry.
the back of the bottle. Best served neat or on ice.
Yeah, no, I could see
Great
this
options.
tasting pretty
Neat
damn good.
Or on
Yeah.
ice.
Don't mix it with a Coke, though. Please.
No, I
Please
might
don't.
mix this.
Really?
You know
this
what I
is
would
at the
mix this?
price point where I would mix it.
I'd mix this with Verner's. Verner's ginger ale. And if you know
Oh.
Verner's, if you know real Verner's, real ginger ale, then you know what I'm talking about.
Some people may fight you because I think there's probably a large contingent of our audience that is Canada Dry fans.
And I'm going to tell you, if you're a Canada Dried fan, then that means you have not had Verner's.
I'm going to throw you the curveball. You ready for this?
Verner's.
No, I am a Fago ginger ale
I've
fan.
never had Fago ginger ale.
Neither have I.
Midwest, Ohio, represent.
I've had
for our
regular
Fago
Faygo.
fans out there. Any Fago fans, let us know. I need to get some Fago because we're on the West Coast, can't even get it out here.
Can you
No
send us some
Faygo.
Fago?
Amazon us some.
I'll trade whiskey for Fago.
Oh.
So let's talk.
Wow.
Ooh, a little Fago root beer. I like Fago root beer.
Ooh, anything Fago, even it's the red. I don't know what the red.
Fago
is.
Red, yeah.
So good, so good. Anyway, yeah, mix this.
Wait, are you a Juggalo and I didn't know it?
Oh, no. But shout out to our Juggalo friends out there.
Shout out to one Juggalo friend in
Hello,
particular.
Wait, who is this?
Clownvis.
Is Clownvis a Juggalo?
Clownvis is a Juggalo. He goes to the gathering of the Juggalos every year.
Listen. I Clownvis, if he's listening, or if we can get him to listen, we need to talk about maybe doing a little song for us.
We'd love to have Clownvis on the show, even if it was for 5 minutes. Clownvis, the king of
5 minutes out of your
clowns.
day. I'll send you whatever whiskey you want. We'll work out some deal.
I mean,
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Next time you're in Vegas, come on the show. We can have Clownvis.
Let's do some recordings too.
Oh my god.
Because I want our words coming out of his mouth.
Oh my god. He's amazing.
It's barrel buddy.
Clownvis.
Yeah, Clownvis. That's
Gotta
chat,
check it
buddy.
out.
Clownvis.
All right. And,
Episode 16. Don't forget, so we can send that to Clownvis. JT Perp, what's going on, bud? All right.
Let's give it a score?
Let's give it a score.
Let's
So,
give it a
guys,
score.
we have our new score sheet. So I'm gonna let Bojangles here talk a little bit about the score sheet since he created it. But
Yeah.
just to give a quick little summary, all of us have different criteria that we judge on, right? Like a 1 to 10 score. I'm super critical. I think these two guys are a little bit more like open to their judging and a little bit more forgiving. I'm super critical, so a lot of my ratings for these past 16 shows have been really low. This guy is putting us in line. We have to stick to a certain criteria. We have nose, aroma. We have
gonna
taste.
explain
We have value. He's going to go into details.
On the blown away too.
And we have a
Blown away
blown away
bonus.
bonus. So it's a best out of 3. So each one of those categories is a best score of 3. We add them up. Potentially the blown away bonus gets plus extra 1. And that's your 10 score. So, without further ado, please explain.
Yeah,
in
go ahead
detail.
and start scoring yourselves up. I've already scored mine out. So so as James had said here, we've got nose, taste, and value. 3 areas that anyone approaching whiskey, whether you are super, super experienced or you're the consummate novice, can approach and judge a whiskey. And so we start with nose, just as we do with tasting. All right? Are you getting anything? No, not really getting anything. That's a score of 1. Are you getting 1 to 2 aromas? Something you might expect. It smells like whiskey. It smells like caramel. It smells like 1 or 2 different things that you can pick out. Okay, that's average. If you're starting to pick out 3, 4, even 5 different things where you're like, oh my God, I'm getting this. Oh my God, I'm getting this. And as you drink it, remember, as we sip, we go back to that nose, we start developing different aromas. That nose develops, well then that's a 3, and that 3 is an awesome score. It says it's complex. You're getting 3, 4, or more aromas in the nose, and you should score that a 3. Taste, right? We go back to sip. We do our 3 sips. Again, you get that shock and taste sip number 1. You get a blossom of taste and flavor in taste number 2, and you really get the true flavor profile in your mouth in taste number 3. So, and after that, are you really not really tasting anything special? Does it just taste like burning? Does it just taste like your average whiskey? The score of a number 1. Does it taste average? You're getting your vanillas, your caramels, typically what you get. Okay, nothing really special. It's a 2. It's average. Or, again, are you developing complexity where you're going, oh my God, it's not just vanilla. It's a special kind of vanilla. It's not just caramel. It's like creme brulee, burnt sugar caramels. It's not just baking spices. It's this kind of spices. That's a 3. That's awesome. And then value, we're talking about, is this overhyped and overpriced? That's a score of number 1. Is it an average price? $40 to $60 to maybe even $80. You'd be willing to buy it every day. That's a 2. Or is it a huge value? You're buying it for $30, $40, and it's just blowing you away. That's a 3. You get the blown away bonus, 1 extra point you can add to bring you to a score of a perfect 10. But we're being really critical here. It's going to be hard to get to a perfect 10. So,
Shall we? Shall each of us go through everything, or should we all go through nose, all go through taste, and all go through value?
I think we could quickly each say, I scored a blank on the nose, blank on the taste, blank on the value for a total score of, and then we can share that.
Okay, Zach, why don't you start us off, bud? What do you got for the nose there?
So for the nose, I gave it a 2. For the
Okay.
taste, give it a 2. Value, give it a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
so,
fair.
So the nose. So are we going to go?
Yeah, go a little bit into it quickly,
Okay.
sure.
Give us some reasonings.
Okay.
Like a quick, few lines. What do you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the nose, nose is delicious. I mean, it smells awesome. Like we were talking beforehand, it smells like toffee. It smells like chocolate. You get some little citrus in there, spices. I mean, it just smells great.
Yeah.
That ethanol that you normally get with bourbon is really not super strong. I mean, it's very approachable. If you haven't had a bourbon before, this is a really good start. Going to taste. Taste, give it a 2. Because it's what I expected. I love Eagle Rare. I'm a fan of Eagle Rare. And I could drink it every day, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. I mean, this is a
I hear
daily
you there.
drinker.
I hear you there. It's definitely a daily drinker. That's a great way to put it. Like this, Eagle Rare is a daily drinker at $40. I would hope all of you out there, whether it's payday Friday, go grab a bottle. It's just your bottle you get once a payday, or if you can go out there and get a bottle every couple days, it's worth it. Straight up, I think all of us will agree on that statement.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Yeah, and like in the citrus and the spices that come with it, with that taste. I mean, they're great. I love that orange rind, taste when it comes to a bourbon.
definitely.
I mean,
agree.
it just makes you want to go back and back over and over again.
Yeah.
And I want to try this on ice sometime. Maybe
I'm
not
curious
Tonight. Maybe not tonight, but I mean,
about it too.
But I'm very curious about that.
Yeah. I actually think you'd drink it faster on the rocks, like I would.
Probably just be like, okay.
I think
done,
as it
next.
because you got to
Pour it
remember,
again. Pour it again.
super cold and ice mutes a lot of flavor. You got to remember that. So I think it would probably make it more approachable, even
More palatable.
Oh,
more
yeah.
palatable, where you'd really start pounding it. You got to kind of be careful with
I
that.
agree.
Yeah, if you're a person that doesn't really enjoy whiskeys or bourbons neat, try it on ice and then try it neat,
Yeah,
just to
exactly.
see what the difference is.
Or even cut it.
Yeah, or
You know,
even
cut it. So when we talk about cutting, that's where you add about a cap full off a bottle of water to the whiskey
I did not
in
cut
your
it.
glass. Give it a little slosh around and see how the flavors change.
Yep.
Did you give your total score? I mean, maybe I missed that.
So the last piece actually was value.
Value. Okay.
So value, I gave it a 3.
Hell yeah.
Here's why. $35 to $40. You can. This is a steal. I think this is. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
People see
know.
it.
People know the value's there.
People see it, they buy it. I mean, I get emails from some of the liquor outlets around town, and
They're like, hey, we got it in. Come get it.
yeah, case of
Yeah.
Eagle Rare, and it's gone within 10, 15, 20 minutes.
There you go.
So whenever I stumble upon something like this at or a Total Wine,
Wherever.
liquor outlet, whatever it is, I always pick one up because
Yeah.
I already know I'm going to drink it, and I'll be able to share it, with my wife or friends or.
I think you hit the
whatever.
nail on the head. Like, we kind of call it. We have a thing with beers we call guest beers, where there are guest beers. I think this is our guest whiskey, our guest bourbon.
Yeah,
But you
but
can-
guest beers usually has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not. We call them guest beers because those are the beers that we just want to get through quickly. But I also think that there's a guest bourbon category. And for that person that just walks in the door, doesn't have a lot doesn't know a lot of it, they don't
Yeah,
really know
yeah.
whiskeys. I could pour this to them. I think we all could. And somebody would enjoy it that hasn't had it before.
I want you to know that Patrick has recently started serving a brand new guest whiskey.
Which,
What
can we
would that
share
be?
what it is?
Yeah, he's serving Slow and Low Rock and Rye.
Christ.
That's his new guest whiskey.
That's my most hated. It's not even, I don't even know, you can't even call it a whiskey. Whatever swill, slow and low, rock and rye bullshit that is. It's the worst
Those
thing
are the mystery
I've ever
ones,
put
huh?
to my lips. Okay?
Too lemony.
Awful.
Delicious.
Lemony.
Too lemony for Louis.
What was your total score?
So my total score was I give it a 7.
7.
So 7, a very respectable 7.
Very
I
respectful.
mean,
That's great. Zach gave it a 7. Really quick in the chat. Shelly's asking, will you ever go back and give scores for past episode
that's
whiskeys?
a great idea.
That's a really good idea because I think we should.
yeah.
Good.
And it actually kind of gives us more content to revisit some stuff.
Yep.
Shelly, is there any whiskey in particular that you are thinking about?
Let
the
us,
show?
or if you want us to give a rating on the fly, we've had a lot. So if there's something you're thinking about, let us know. We,
We
can
might
give you a quick
we might
rating.
go get it right now.
I have a full bar there. I will grab it.
We might do that right now if you have one.
If you have one. All right.
How about your scoring?
So I was very close to Zach here. So for the nose, I give it a number 2 because it is a what you expect.
Okay.
I would say on the nose, the aroma wasn't mind blowing. I wouldn't say it was complex, but it did have a couple things going on where I thought it was easily approachable.
Yeah.
It had a very welcoming smell of citrus and spice and, you know, a very just, I keep saying it, approachable whiskey. It's a very good entry level,
Yeah.
solid bourbon whiskey.
You're here.
And we kind of use those words for new viewers out there. Whiskey and bourbon. If it's a bourbon, actually, no. Hold that thought because someone was arguing, and they actually posted on our Instagram that my statement is that a bourbon has to come from Bourbon County, Kentucky was incorrect.
Was it Kentucky?
So
was it
I
Kentucky
don't.
overall? Or-
Maybe it was Kentucky overall, but I need to go back and maybe hit her up. Someone we had posted a comment that said we were wrong and called us out, and I totally forgot about it until now.
We'll come back to
Maybe-
this.
We're going to come back to you guys.
Continue to
So
discourse.
sorry, really off topic here. Shelly said she's just a newbie and needs to compare. Shelly, we'll just keep going back. And here's the thing: we rated everything we drank in our past 15 episodes. I don't think our ratings are that far off from the score sheet that we came up with.
There's some
so
10s in there that might not be real 10s.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
I think
but-
a lot of them were a lot higher than what they should have been.
theirs are a lot higher than what they should have
Basically,
been.
take 2 points off of everything we scored.
Right.
And mine are pretty.
I don't know if there's
And
a
then
Accurate.
I'd say take all of the decimal points away from him.
Yes.
I think there's a couple of
Round down.
There's a couple of perfect 10s in there where I don't know if there really is a whiskey.
I'll be honest with you.
or
I
bourbon
don't, I
that
don't
is
think we've
perfect
had a
10.
perfect 10 yet.
Lemon rum chata was a perfect 10. You know.
I'll say Garrison Brothers Balmoral was like a 9 for me. Like
was good.
Like
Good.
Okay,
and maybe
Fruity
I'm
Pebble
misquoting
shot.
that.
10?
Shut
Moving
up.
on. Continue moving on.
Taste for my rating for Eagle Rare. I gave it 2. I said it was average. It's what you expect. It didn't. So to give it a 3, it says coming back for more. I mean, yeah, I maybe would give it a 2.5. I'm close to a 2.5. But I thought it was average. It was good. It was solid. It
Yeah.
gets a solid 2 from me. You know, I think to give it a 3, it's got to be mind blowing. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Moving on to value, absolutely a 3. This is a value and a steal. It gets the highest score on value. You know, that $35 to $40 price point. We've had some dog shit $35 to $40 price points in the past.
Terrible.
Bird Dog. And there is some really bad stuff out there.
There's
So-
gonna be a Bird Dog.
Stillhouse. There's some
gonna
junk
be-
out there.
yeah.
There's some junk, guys. There's
Bird Dog.
there's some junk that you need to filter through. All of our friends out there, and that's why we have the show to teach you guys what's the best value for your money, what's good, what's not good. And I think all three of us here have kind of varying palates, so you can get a wide range of tastes. And hopefully, after you watch an episode of ours, you can be a more informed consumer to where you can go to your liquor store and get the best bang for your buck. Because I can't tell you, years ago, I would just go into a store and Google whatever dumbass whiskey I'd find on the shelf, but some guy was chucking like, "Oh, hey buddy, you gotta go get some of this like Wheatley vodka," and I'm like, "Oh, really?" And then he would talk it up, but then I'd look it up online and it was awful.
There's a reason why it's on the end cap.
There's a reason why it's on the end cap.
Yeah, and there's a reason why it's being displayed. They want to get rid of that stuff.
Patrick Curry, Barrel Buddies. Hey, Patrick Curry, shout out.
You missed it. We were talking about you earlier.
Cheers, Patrick Curry.
Cheers, Patrick.
bud.
Cheers, Patrick.
Cheers. Hopefully you're drinking and you're done watching football or whatever.
It's halftime, probably.
7:00.
All right. So my total score, I didn't give it a blown out of the water bonus. I didn't give it that extra bonus point.
Okay.
7 out of 10 for me, which is great. I think a 7 out of 10 scoring
Yeah.
is great. Like, it's good. Go buy this. Go get this. You need it in your life.
Yeah.
Keep it on your shelf as an everyday drinker for $35 to $40. Buy it.
Yeah, get it up.
Yeah, get it up to the camera so the people
give
can
it a little
really
van
see. Ooh, that's good, Zach.
That's
Give it,
good.
yeah, do a little turn. Maybe do a little turn back and forth there. Yeah, we can do a little. Look at that Eagle Rare. That's what you need to look for,
Back.
friends.
A little pause
Well, they're
there.
not really going to see that. Okay, all right, we're done here.
All right.
All right, back it up. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Get your face out of there.
So I'm going to say on my scoring here, I gave it a 1.5 on the nose.
Wow, Mr. Critical over here.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of what I was expecting, but it's not really a whole lot going on. I mean, I'm picking out 1 to 2 things in the nose.
Sure.
It's nothing special. Taste, I gave it a 2. Again, pretty average.
Run of the mill.
Run of the mill.
But not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not bad.
Oh, the toffee's back. Oh, I love it.
The toffee in the
Oh,
nose. The toffee in the nose is nice. I wish the toffee translated to the taste because I would have given the
Same
taste a little
here.
bigger.
I was thinking the same thing.
The
Yeah.
top
I was
would
kind of
translate
looking
into
for a little
taste, it would've
sweetness
been
and vanilla.
Yeah.
I had Mr. Pastry Stout. Give me that sweet whiskey bourbon
good. I think
beer.
that'd step it up a little bit. That's just me.
That's all right.
And then the value, I give it a 2.5. I think it's a great value. I really do. $40 for that. That's something obviously very
Can I
special.
criticize that a little bit?
Sure.
So why would you give it a 2.5 for value? This is probably one of the best values for whiskey, hands down. Name me something better that doesn't warrant a 3. And if you can't, then you need to give it a 3.
Here's the problem.
Okay.
He's
I'm not
forcing a 3 on
saying,
you.
I'm not saying that $40 is not a value for something that's good, a Buffalo Trace product. I don't think that's, listen, $40 is great pricing. $40. Better value to me than.
Okay, no, you sold me. That's a great thought. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
If I'm looking at two $40 bourbons and I have the option to purchase one or the other,
Hands
I'm
down getting
gonna
the
go with the green label. And so I think $40 for a nice Buffalo Trace product is an excellent price. That's fantastic. But for the quality, what I'm going to end up consuming, it just takes a little bit away from it. I don't
Yeah.
love it enough to be like, what a value! I gotta go get it.
What if you already have a Weller in your bar?
I'm gonna buy another one.
What if that's not available? You would buy that one.
I probably would.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just curious.
2.5 again.
Yeah,
Another
very
bad.
respectable.
So I'm
No,
giving it a
it's
6. A 6. A high
6
average.
flat? I thought you had a 0.5 in
Yeah,
there.
1.5, a 2, and a 2.5. That's 6.
good. No, it's 6.5.
That's a 6.5. Isn't it?
Do you guys know how
One
to do
and a half,
math?
2, 3, 4.
There's 3 halves.
You gave it a 6 flat?
I give it a 6 flat.
That sounds real. It's like a D
No, you're thinking 60%.
on a school scale.
No, you're thinking like A, B, C, D, F.
Yeah.
F
Yeah.
would be.
So you
We're
guys
giving
gave it
it-
like a C. That's a,
No,
Yeah, it's like a
Passing.
C plus.
It
This is
doesn't
a
make any. Okay, no.
B. No, it's not. It's a B minus.
That's a B.
It's a B minus.
I think we gave it a B
Minus.
plus.
No, I gave it a B minus.
Wait, a 7? Okay, so a 7 would be. I think 7 would be.
7 is like a
B.
CC
the
plus.
scoring was supposed to make things simpler.
Listen, like an F is 50%. That'd be a 5.
No, an F is a 1 to a 3.
No, I'm
F
talking,
is a 1,
No,
1,
no, no.
1,
I'm talking
3.
like on a grading scale, like from like.
Well, we're not
elementary school.
grading. We're not in elementary school. They can't even drink.
Not yet.
After they watch the show, they're going to see what they can go take out of their dad's shelf.
Go to bed, kids.
You're like, Dad, I saw this show. It's called Barrel Buddies. They told me to drink.
You told me to
Eagle
drink
Rare."
your Eagle Rare 17, I think.
They give it a really solid 6.7 total amongst the three of them. I think that's a high average, Dad. And he's like, go to bed, son or daughter.
Yeah.
Because daughters can drink whiskey too.
That's right. You're a man now, even though you're 12.
And a daughter.
Clean out your glasses, boys. Enough
Oh, you know
rambling
what?
today.
Actually, I wanted to bring one more thing up when it came to Eagle Rare.
Yes.
Oh.
They actually have an offering called the Double Eagle Rare, which is a step above the Eagle Rare 17 year.
Super secret double eagle rare.
So like it's kind of a weird. It's funny. You go to eaglerare.com, and it's at the very bottom, right? I believe if I read it right, it was like an $18,000 bottle of whiskey. It's a 20-year,
Wheeze.
but it's for that person that has 20 grand to say, hey, I got a double Eagle Rare.
It's a big deal.
I
So
really wonder what that would taste.
yeah,
And
double-
for
double Eagle Rare.
$60,000, you can get a triple double eagle.
No, but for
rare.
our friends out there, you got to remember, there comes a point where you age a whiskey or bourbon long enough where it's too much.
And it becomes awful.
I
Yeah,
really wonder what
It's
would that
barrel
taste
tea.
be?
I
It's like
think
zero.
So you
based
said-
on the mash bill, there's a sweet spot between 4 and
12.
6 years, 4 and 12 years, but you start going higher than 12. That's why I think Elijah Craig 18, which we'll do that soon, is on the cusp of not good. Not good. It's too much tannins and oak and leather and a little overboard.
Really?
Shelly says in the chat, if you could only pick your whiskey based on only one of these scoring categories forever, which one would it choose?
It's a
Which one would it
great
be?
question, Shelley. Whoa, way to put our feet to the fire.
I'm taste.
Interesting.
Yeah, if it tastes good, absolutely. Who cares about value or smell? It can smell like dog shit. If it tastes good, I'm drinking it. Right? Come on, you guys got to agree with me.
I don't know.
on that.
Taste and smell go together, though. It can't smell like
They
dog.
don't. Let's say for this question, they don't go together.
Okay, if you were to separate them 100%. Okay, yeah, I get it. I would go with James on the taste.
Yeah.
If it tastes great.
What do you want it to smell amazing and taste like dog shit?
Right.
Or do you
What
want it
is-
to smell like dog shit and taste great?
All right. I'm going to make the argument. I'm going to sway one of you. One of you is getting swayed in this.
I mean,
Nope.
smell does lead to taste. So.
I'm going to tell you right now that we have had whiskeys. We have drank whiskeys that taste just like burning. They taste like nothing else but ethanol.
True.
But the nose just keeps you coming back. You just keep coming back and going, you get the leather now? Holy crap, the leather, the oxygen's in the leather. Oh, but do you get that grape vanilla? Oh my God, it just keeps coming back. Here's a perfect example. Dukes. I don't know if you guys have had the Dukes, but I've had the Dukes.
It sounds like old camp.
It's like Dukes. So Dukes is a whiskey that's made for the Duke, right? John Wayne.
John Wayne, the dude.
I don't think it tastes all that amazing. But what I remember about Dukes is that it smells amazing. The nose was amazing. It kept me coming back
Come on
for
the show.
more.
Come
There's
here.
like cherry, and there was vanilla, and there was oak, and there was smoke, and there was just to me, there's like something about smell that goes to memory, and so I can drink and taste all night long, but there's just there's the smell and the memory that's going to help bring me back to things that I've had before in the past. Smell, that's going to be my category forever. Thank you. Good night.
How do you get
But
Jamba to
it
come
tastes
up on
like
the table?
dog shit.
It can taste.
Jamba,
it doesn't
come here,
have to-
Jamba.
just-
Jamba, come on.
You shouldn't say it has to be awful. It just doesn't have to be good.
All right.
Jambu, come here.
We're at our whiskey cat.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. With the Eagle
On
Rare,
the show?
I like the smell better
I agree.
than the taste.
Agree.
I really did, and I was hoping that the smell would lead into the taste. Right? Tastes great. I love
Well,
it.
I don't agree. Actually, I think the flavor was great. I love that burnt and bitter orange peel. That there was some good smells, but
I like that. Well, I like that too.
I
but
like the
but-
flavor better
but-
than the nose on the.
Well, I also wanted to taste a little bit of chocolate in there. I don't know. Maybe I wanted some toffee.
Do we want to say, give a shout out here to Jamba?
Jamba!
So for those who don't know, this is Jamba. Jamba is our bourbon mascot, our whiskey
Oh,
mascot.
bourbon cat.
The bourbon cat. She doesn't drink bourbon though. But Jamba
Doesn't
is... No.
Oh, she's like, no.
She's like, get that
wins.
fucking away. Get that away from
Get that ethanol away from my
wins.
nose.
She's a princess. Well, she's a queen, like a queen mother now, because Jamba is 16 years old. So Jamba is pretty old. She just wants to sit in people's laps and just wants to sleep all day. So.
Damn stool.
You doing okay back there on the?
Yes,
Anyway.
stool.
But she
Yeah,
like
stool.
so Jamba likes to hang out and just sit in your
I think the yes
lap
stool's been
cat,
sitting there
as
for
most of you that
Yeah,
cat owners know.
years.
Anyway, so let's jump into Weller. Why don't we talk about Weller? We got a little distracted here. Why don't
Yeah.
we talk about the story in the
That was a
back?
great question.
Thank you for the question, Shelley.
So Weller,
Yeah.
you know a lot about Weller. I already read the back.
You didn't read the back to the
I
crew
read
here.
the whole back to the crew at the beginning.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so for those who don't know, Weller Distillery has a whole line of Wellers in their lineup. From Special Reserve, which is this one, Antique 107, the Weller 12 Year, the CYPB, which is Weller Craft Your Own Perfect Bourbon, which
White label.
I'm curious
the white
about
label.
that. Where
That's
can you find that?
That's
They
very
just had
tough,
it in
very
Vegas.
Tough, very tough to get a hold of.
For 3 days, they did some special drops.
Wow.
A couple of different liquor
Yeah,
stores.
there's Weller Full Proof, which is the blue label, which is obviously a full proof. It's not not water blended or anything.
I think I know
It's
somebody
punch in
who
the
got
face.
one of those.
I have one. We'll maybe open one here soon.
Was
Don't
that for
open that
sale?
for this show.
We, of course, we're going to open it for the show. There's also a single barrel, which came out this year. It's orange label.
Orange
So
label.
it's a single
Pretty
barrel
orange
product. It's not a blend. It's a very pretty label. And did I miss any of them? Weller 12, CYPB,
Green, white,
Full
blue,
Proof,
orange.
Green, white, blue, orange.
I don't think so.
Black? You missed black.
No, that's Weller 12. I said Weller 12.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right, so
expert in here.
this is their special reserve, which I don't know the backstory behind it. We don't have to.
This
you
is
wanna do a
basic
quick
Weller.
Google?
This is basic Weller.
This is the entry level.
Entry Weller. This is the Weller that makes everybody go gaga. $30. Secondary market $60. Would you pay $60 for a bottle of Special Reserve?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't pay any more. I wouldn't pay a dime more.
I would too. I would pay $60 for Weller.
Yeah,
I mean, how available is Weller Special Reserve?
it's not easy to find.
Just
not-
because of the whiskey hype?
Yeah, I mean, any Weller on the shelf. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's probably some spots in the country where you guys can get Weller, or it's
Easy
a shelf
too.
turd.
Easy.
But here on the West Coast, I can't. There's not one shop here in Vegas where
Shelf turd. Can you imagine
You're getting
Green
Weller.
Label being a shelf turd?
there's a lot of spots. I know Texas. There's some spots in Texas. Shout out to our friends out there that it sits on the shelf. I know Ohio back home.
Talk to us.
I talked to my dad. He's like, "There's a bunch of Weller." He's like, "You looking for something called Weller?" I'm like,
Wow.
And it's just sitting on the shelf.
And he probably sees every
Yeah.
single color of it.
Oh god.
You're like, give me one of each.
You're like, just send it. Send it all.
Mrs. Askins out there says, "I'd vote value as my number one if I had to choose because taste and smell help determine value."
Interesting.
Okay, very good.
It's true. It does.
Could turn your nose up. Turn your palate off.
What? Who wants to start? Because
I'll
I
start.
kind of got the cat
Yeah,
in
I'll
hand
start.
here. So
Let me get that aroma going. This is a wheated bourbon. They add wheat to the mash bill.
Very
And as we had read before, it really mellows it out. So your ethanol is brought down and your flavor profile is softened.
What's the proof on that guy?
I don't know.
I think
Maybe
that's
Mr.
probably
Bojangles can
80, I'm assuming.
Oh.
90,
90
45.
proof.
Yeah.
90 proof.
That's kind of the standard. That's like Blanton's, and,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of 45% is kind of the.
Oh, I get
Sweet
vanilla
spot.
all over the place.
Yeah.
There's vanilla and caramel.
So just to throw this
Constant.
out there, most people say this is the worst tasting Weller. Which worst of the best? Like
Think of like a cowtail piece of candy or a piece of like a caramel chew with the vanilla center. That first sip, that's all it is.
Good analogy. I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a piece of caramel with a vanilla candy center.
Yep. Very
That-
caramel.
But
very,
you know,
very
this
vanilla.
is the Kentucky Hug. There it is. I get it going all the way down.
where you
The
just
heat-
get that heat in your
The heat
like,
just
in your
goes all the way
chest.
down. You're like, there it is.
I haven't
Yeah.
drank in mine for yeah.
Oof. And you can really hold it in your mouth too. It doesn't. You can hold that in your mouth for a long time.
She really wants to come to you.
Jamba, you want to come see me? I love you,
Hold on, let
Jamba.
her see if she does or not. She's still kind of thinking.
She's chilling with
No,
you.
she wants
She's
to hang
chilling
out
with you.
here. All right.
Cat in hand.
We'll have our time. I'm sorry. The second it doesn't get better. It doesn't get worse. It stays to me the exact same. But that big Kentucky Hug, that nice
Yeah.
warm feeling. Oh, so good. So good.
I will say this. I got a stronger, warmer Kentucky Hug on the Jack Daniels single barrel.
Oh, absolutely.
I think so too. Yeah.
I agree.
That
Agreed.
so far has probably been. If you watch our last episode, the Jack Daniels.
That single barrel was amazing. I loved it.
Oh. Ooh.
All right, you got to get down, John. But
Ooh.
get down.
I really swirled that one around in my mouth. And the ethanol really got me.
I still get ethanol like on the third sip.
That third sip really kind of got in there and burned me a little bit. But, the ethanol is what's
Cat
giving you that
hair.
burn, right? But, so good. Thank you for bringing the Eagle Rare. I'm not saying this to shit on your offering, but this, I do love this.
Oh, of course not. Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh. I'm gonna
you love what
I'm
you
gonna
love.
start filling out my sheet.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna say this much about taste, or sorry, nose aroma. I get different smells from each of these products. So like the Weller, I get more of a sweet caramel toffee where there's no citrus really. Where I got that in the Eagle Rare. So
No citrus. No citrus. This is so smooth. Again, it's that wheated. It's because it's wheated. You add wheat to the mash bill. when we say it mellows or softens the flavor profile, it just means that the ethanol is like that spiky, burny flavor. It really brings it way, way down, even though the alcohol content is the same as the Eagle Rare. And I think that it has a lot to do with what happens in the barrel. So even though it's coming in and out of the same style of oak barrel, that wheat is just changing the chemistry of the product. And it really does, it just brings out a different flavor profile of the wood.
Sure. Shelly in the chat says, you guys are great. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you very much.
Shelly.
Thank you, Shelly. Thank you for the
One more
question.
question, though. She says, you can only drink one whiskey or whiskey brand for the rest of your life. What do you choose and why?
Is that wait? Should that be everything that's on the show or everything? Or anything
So
in
one
general?
whiskey or one whiskey brand, I will tell you right off the bat, jumping right into this,
easy.
Buffalo Trace.
Easy.
Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo
Same,
Trace.
same.
Because that means I get all the antique collection,
Yeah.
which is the William LaRue Weller, the Thomas Handy, the Sazerac, the Eagle Rare 17. You're getting some of the best, the Stag Junior. You're getting some of the best bourbons.
But I'm going to make it harder for you. You
Of
get
all
to pick
time.
one label. Now you just get to pick one label.
George Stagg.
George Stagg.
Hands
Okay.
down.
Really?
George
I-
Stagg Antique Collection. I will drink that every day to the end of my life. Anybody that can get me a deal on a bottle, hit me up. It is my favorite bourbon of all
Okay.
time.
What about
George Stagg. George T. Stagg.
So it's got to be
Or Stag Junior.
It's got to be in the Buffalo Trace.
No,
family?
No. Any whiskey in
Anything.
general.
So we all agree that Buffalo Trace would be the brand, but
Yeah.
if you had to pick one label, you get one. It doesn't matter the brand. You just get
What
one.
have you
one
drank
whiskey.
so far that you're just like, fucking
I'm gonna
more
drink that
this? I
forever.
need this forever. It's so good.
Elijah Craig, barrel proof.
Dude,
Respectable.
that's so respectable. Elijah
Love
Craig.
it. Love it.
Do you want to just go barrel proof or do you want Elijah Craig in general?
Pick something specific.
If it's specific, it will be a barrel proof.
Barrel proof
I
is
mean,
so good.
I mean, it's
So
but
good.
it's so amazing to go from like small batch to barrel proof, and then try a toast like the toasted barrel.
Yeah.
Toasted barrel is a little bit different, but
Yep.
I mean, just to see the difference is like it's really amazing. It's a great experience.
Yeah.
Like when we have to redo that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to redo that.
Plus with the
And we'll break out, we'll do an 18. We'll do the Elijah Craig 18 during that show.
So I'm gonna
Nice.
whiskey with an E or whiskey with a Y.
No. It's obvious. Whiskey with a Y is from Scotland. Whiskey with an
and I'm
E is
ready to
United
pick that
States
one.
based.
So
What's your point here?
well, I'm having a hard time making a choice. If we're sticking to just American whiskeys, Blanton's is my pick.
Which is a Buffalo Trace product.
It's a Buffalo Trace
but
product.
you want Blanton's as your
Blanton's
everyday.
is my everyday.
Yeah.
I would.
that's a really good choice.
I will
like
drink
that,
Blanton's
yeah.
for the rest of my life. And
Blanton's
I will
is so
drink
good.
Blanton's for the rest of my life because it's amazing and I will just drink Blanton's forever.
Yeah.
But there is one thing that I would pick if you said no Blanton's because it's so hard to get, it's so hard to find, it's so rare, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Then I would pick Lagavulin 16.
Oh, that is very polarizing.
But
with
you know
the
what?
certain
You know
people.
what? We gotta have a Lagavulin show. First time that I ever had Lagavulin, I was like, "Wow, that tastes different."
So
I
for
love
our
it.
friends
it's very,
out there,
it's very campfire.
I love
It's
it.
very
Scottish-
smoky, very
Scotch, liquid campfire, super peaty. They're all Islay, I believe.
Tastes like
yeah.
motor oil.
It's
I mean,
it's
in
an
the
acquired
best way. In
It's
the
an
best
acquired taste. Like
Lagavulin
some
16.
people love it, some people hate it. I don't know.
I can't.
You know, for me, I'll have a glass of it and go, "Wow, that was Lagavulin." Maybe I'll have another one.
I'm gonna pull back on the Blantons and I'm gonna make it my number 2. I'm gonna pick Lagavulin 16 as my number 1.
Fuck off.
I'm serious. It's so good.
Zach, your sister's watching. Just
Hey!
FYI. Just throw that out
All right,
there.
Harley Dial, how you doing?
Very
Or no,
Colorado.
Harley Vailu'u now.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Vailu'u.
yes. Vailu'u, yes. Loadonis, little children.
So let's get into this a little bit. I mean, I already wrote my scores down. But I mean,
I'm
favorites,
gonna
what do you think?
hold on. I don't know because this is like I haven't had this in a while, but I'm not excited about this. Like I'm not digging this at all.
Wow. Okay.
I'll tell you
Just
guys.
removed, or
No, I don't know what's wrong with it. It just
maybe you need a Lagavulin 16.
Yeah, wash it down with a Lagavulin 16. Maybe
So to me,
Just go get some campfire smoke and like put some water.
I'm not getting a lot of complexity. I think it's maybe got 2 or 3 flavors and that's it. I think the ethanol has an ethanol burn in a bad way.
Okay.
Well, I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but it's kind of true. It's like, okay, like it's meh. Like I give it a meh. Like total rating, I'd probably give it like a 6 to 7. All
Okay.
in.
Did you rate it out?
I mean, I wrote down a 7, but I almost want to give that a 6.5.
All right. What'd you give it? You're scoring. I'll tell you.
I'll say, hold on, really going back to me really quick. I would say Eagle Rare is a tiny hair above this, in my opinion.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm saying that, but
it's fine.
I think it is.
All right. I gave nose 1.5, taste 3, value 3 for a total of 7.5.
Okay.
Because the taste to me, like, I don't think. Listen, in the nose, I don't get a lot in the nose. I get a
Me
ton of
neither.
that wheat, and I get a ton of the ethanol.
I get.
I don't get a ton in the nose.
I don't get a lot in the nose at all.
But in the taste, I can think about like banana cream pie. I can think about pumpkin pie. I can think about honey. I get so many great complex flavors. It's very sweet. And again, that's the wheat and the corn and the
very
mash bill.
sweet. Yeah, you get that wheat. It's definitely a wheated bourbon, so that means the
I
mash
like
profile is majority wheat. No, I love wheaters. Wheats are great. All these wheaters are awesome bourbons. But I for wheated bourbons, I don't know that it's mind blowing. It's good.
Oh,
It's
my
good. It's good. It's good.
I'm not giving it a
good.
bonus.
No, but it's. I'm not
giving it a bonus,
No.
blow away bonus in any of this.
And don't get me wrong. Like I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying 6.5 is what I'd give it.
I'm giving it a
6.5,
7.5. I'm not going outside of
Yeah,
that.
it's
What
not.
about you? What do you got?
You know.
All right, so for the Weller, I kind of agreed with you guys with the nose, right?
It's not a lot
It's,
going on.
Yeah.
I don't know what going on. I mean, it's smells like whiskey, right?
Right.
It smells like wheated whiskey. I mean, you can,
Yeah.
you can get into the wheat. I get that, right?
Wheated whiskey or weeded whiskey?
Wheated.
Wheated.
Treated. It's like whale whores.
Oh, excellent.
Treated.
Oh.
The taste, average. Give it a 2.
Wow, okay.
So it's what I expect. I give it the same as the Eagle Rare.
Okay.
So the Eagle Rare was what I expected. Like I've drank
Sure.
it. I've had Eagle Rare before.
Yeah.
I've had Special Reserve before. Yeah, it's what I expect. Now for the value, I give it a 2.5. And here's why. When you put both of these on the shelf, right, side by side, this
Sure.
one's 30, this one's 35, 40, whatever, right?
Sure.
I think they are of equal value. I would go for the Eagle Rare just because I prefer Eagle Rare.
I would.
And it's just a personal preference.
Okay.
That's
I would
it.
also add to this though availability. You're readily most likely going to find Eagle Rare,
Yes.
or this Weller is.
They drop the Weller several times a year. I don't know.
You'll maybe find a bottle here and
You
there.
got to be friends with your local liquor store guy, but you can get.
I kind of regret with the amount of bottles I have right now. We might have to talk a little bit
Let's
about
talk.
the deal.
Let's
Yeah.
talk. Yeah.
So overall for me, give it a 6. It's a very respectable 6.
I was just gonna ask 6. Okay.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it.
And think about it. We're
And
all
6 is
we're all
not
kind of
bad.
right there. I think all
good.
3 of us are
7
kind of
is
right
not
there with
bad.
our scores.
no,
Yeah.
7 is not like 70%. It's not like a C.
Remember, I say 1 to 3 is poor, 4 to 6 is average, 7 to 10 is awesome. So a high average, 6 is a high average, 7 is a low awesome.
It's right there on the cusp.
Yeah, if I see it in the store, yeah, I'll probably
Buy
buy it
it.
for $30.
Hell
of
yeah.
course, especially now, like with it being very very hard to find. I won't say impossible to find, but
Difficult.
It's difficult. Yeah,
Yeah, a challenge.
It's a challenge to buy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that, Zach. That's our official ratings. Just on a side, as a last side note, when you cut it, it's not good. So I will end the show with that note.
Okay, so don't cut it.
No, I just cut it, and I don't think it's really good at all. So cutting, I just added a cap of water.
It's weird. The reflection of Zach, I just noticed it in the back here.
Yeah.
Zach's reflection, I thought somebody was standing behind me. I was like, what ghost, what Halloween
Oh, that's very
spooky action
creepy.
is
That's
behind
creepy.
me? I'm like, I don't know if we're ever gonna film in front of this window again.
That's our show
gonna
tonight,
cut it.
folks. That's our show tonight.
But wait, I have a couple of announcements.
Oh, announcement time.
I have a couple of announcements.
Go ahead.
Ooh, I don't know if that's a good idea.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
James said he didn't like it. Maybe we'll like it.
So, friends, fellow buddies out there,
Fellow barrel
Barrel,
buddies.
yeah, barrel buds.
fellow B-buds,
B-buds.
next week's show is very special.
Because
It is the Barrel Buddies birthday bash for this guy.
Hey,
oh, it is.
So I want you to join us on Thursday as
Yeah.
we celebrate. We're not going to be doing anything special other than just drinking. We're just going to drink. We're not going to be doing any special reviews. We're just going to get on here.
It's gonna be big bottles too.
We're going
because
to have
it's my
some
birthday.
special guests calling in, giving some well wishes. We would love to have you come in and give some well wishes. It's not just Mike's birthday next Thursday. It is James's birthday. So we'd love you to come help us celebrate.
Happy birthday, Michael.
Happy birthday, Michael.
happy birthday, Michael.
And the following Thursday, mark your calendars, the 22nd.
Will
It's
be
official. I talked to him last night.
Uh-oh.
We confirmed it. It's real.
Big deal.
Greg Manarino.
The Robin Hood of Wall Street.
Lions? He's coming.
Lions, if you're
Lions,
out
he's
there.
coming.
2 weeks from now,
That's right. Mark your calendars.
we're bringing
because
guests on the show.
Manarino is coming. And he's coming with
Manarino.
something big. He's not even telling us what it is. I know we
J-Bob out there says Lions in the chat. Lions!
So hey, Lions, he loves you, and he's going to be on to
2 weeks.
bring on another choice of his. It's his choice, his special choice. Every time
Listen,
he's here.
Greg, so I had a little chat with
And
him a
we're gonna
couple
have
days
him,
ago,
yeah.
and he was like, guys, I can't wait for the next show.
It's true.
I bought a crazy bottle.
It's
He,
true.
he was
And-
even saying that like after the last show. He's
Yeah.
like, guys, I had a
Yeah,
great
he's like,
time."
I want to
We're
come
like,
back. He's like, I want to bring my crew.
I'm
He's
so
like,
glad. I'm so glad he was.
he said what's great about it is that, it's a relief from talking about the market stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about
It's
that.
a fun show.
Join us at
right?
night for a fun show, and let's just talk whiskey and bourbons. You don't have to think about the market, and the mess that things are in right now. Cheers, friends. So on that
Manarino.
note, Manarino in 2 weeks, my birthday bash next week. We have a big 2 Thursdays
We're
coming
going to finish strong, and then we're going to have a special, I think, Halloween show.
We'll see. We'll see.
Ooh,
No,
that's
there's no
very
weird
spooky.
seed. We're going to have the dress up Halloween show. We're going to fucking do it.
You know
Because
what?
our fans demand it.
I will second that.
Yeah. So you've been outvoted.
I like
for
this.
Halloween.
I like this on the fly production discussion.
Yeah. You're part of it too. Leave us a
Anyway.
note in the chat for what you want to see us dress up as
Stop.
for the Halloween show.
They're like the three fairy godmothers.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Is that
He'll
like
do it.
is that like Golden Girls?
He'll do it. Oh my God, the Golden Girls.
Stop.
I call B. Arthur. With that, we say
I call the
thanks
old-
for joining
Thanks
us.
for joining us tonight, friends. Cheers.
And cheers to all of you.
We will definitely get Jamba in a costume.
Heck yeah.
Ooh.
Cheers to you all. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It seriously helps us. We're trying to monetize. It takes one click on your end, and you don't have to do anything else.
What do they have to click?
Like, subscribe, bell.
like, subscribe, the bell. Give us a
Boom.
thumbs up. We really appreciate it. It helps us out because we're nobodies, and it'll help us.
And get that share button. Click that share
Yeah,
button.
one
Tell a
share
friend.
even. Just
Hit the
share to
bell.
your feed. Even if you don't have anybody that follows you, just share it on
it
your
hit the-
feed.
hit the
Because
bell?
Google will say, oh, these guys are sharing. We're
Yeah.
going to throw a couple bucks at them because right now we're not earning any bucks.
Because we're Karen. We're sharing because you're Karen.
I see what
Because
you
you're
did there.
sharing.
Wait, is it Karen with a K? Like those weird Karens?
No,
not those
Oh,
Karens.
not those
We
Karens.
don't
we're
like the Karens.
I just, we care about you.
We just
Okay.
care about you.
Drink well, hit the bell.
Oh!
Drink well, hit the bell.
Well, hit the
Here we
bell.
are. Yes.
We're done here, friends. Have a
Good
great
night.
night.
Good night.
Thanks for joining us. Have a good one. Barrel Buddies signing off. Good stuff.
Right. Very cool.